All right, folks. Welcome. Today we are doing the masterclass, How to Stop Giving a Fuck About the Wrong Thing. I am Lyndon Crow. I am a husband, a dad, a dog dad, an uncle, a brother, and a son. I'm a business owner. I'm a salesperson. I am a coach and a trainer. I am a manager of people. I am an adventurer. I'm a mountain biker. I'm also a skeptic. I study people. I study emotions. I study the way I limit myself simply because of how I see and perceive the world. I don't claim to know everything, but I do believe my studies of myself help me see my clients better. And in turn, that helps them see themselves more clearly so that they can see how they limit themselves simply because of how they perceive the world. My team here at Productive Learning are exceptional at putting together group exercises and trainings that create deep and intimate connections with one's self and one another, with the intent that those connections and those insights help them move to become better versions of themselves. Be that in running a business, in selling your product, in parenting your kids, in finding the love of your life, you name it, your life, but the better version of you is more apt to go get a better version of whatever that goal is. Now, you did not show up here because you've got everything handled. You showed up because some part of your energy is hijacked. Some part of your brain is constantly sprinting on a hamster wheel, trying to fix, trying to change, trying to control or prove something. And as I have experienced that, you're likely tired of it. We're going to fix it. We're going to call out where you've been bleeding energy, and more importantly, where to put that energy instead. Just as a quick little reminder, this is not therapy. This is a wake-up fucking call delivered with a lot of love and maybe a little bit of Emerald Lagasse. Bam! All right? So let's get honest. You are not tired because you're doing too much. You are tired because you're doing too much of the wrong things. You are exhausted because you are living out of alignment. It's not because your schedule is full. Other people have full schedules and they're not exhausted, but it is because your energy is misplaced. You're over functioning in places that drain you, and then you are under functioning in places that actually matter and bring you energy and fulfillment. See if you relate to any of these kinds of scenarios. So you spend hours trying to anticipate how someone else might feel instead of figuring out what you actually need. Anybody? Oh, you walk on eggshells to avoid upsetting someone who should be responsible for themselves and their own damn feelings. Huh? Yeah? Yeah, well, hands. Or are you one of those people who replay conversations in your head like you're editing a freaking movie scene over and over and over? Or are you trying to predict or fix or manage or appease or soften or explain over and over again somewhere else, something you've learned, something you wish you had done? Just the regret. It's noble, but it's not wise. It's self-abandonment dressed up as responsibility. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it anymore. You want to know what it's costing you? It is costing your life. It is costing your livelihood. It is costing your soul's solace. It is costing your heart's contentment. It is costing your creativity. It is costing your fulfillment. Or, if you want to look at it a little bit more granularly, it's costing you your marriage. It's costing you your relationship with your kids. Or maybe it's costing you your sales quota, or your growth goals in your business, or your connection with anyone other than your Netflix account. Every yes that you give to avoid conflict becomes a no to your own aliveness. Every time that you prioritize harmony over honesty, you make yourself smaller to keep the peace. Every moment you spend trying to carry someone else's emotional baggage is like a moment that you're not moving forward towards your own damn life. Do you guys remember Frodo from Lord of the Rings? And he carries the ring, and in that ring has the weight of the world's evil, and it nearly killed him. That's how most of you treat someone else's bad mood or someone else's expectations or someone else's dysfunction. You take it on like it is your sacred duty. But the truth is, you are not the emotional mule of that story. Let the ring go. Throw it back into the fires of Mount Doom. This always lands flat if I don't have Lord of the Rings fans on here. Oh, gosh. Okay. Hopefully some of the people listening to the recording are Lord of the Rings fans, and they're laughing as they go on their jog with their dog. This isn't about being selfish, folks. It's about being so deeply responsible that you stop betraying yourself for temporary approval. If you want peace and joy and purpose in your life, then it starts with reclaiming your energy from where it doesn't belong. Okay, here's the invitation. Stop managing other people's reactions. Let them have it. Stop trying to earn worth through martyrdom. Even all you noble martyrs, aka rescuers. Bleh. Put your cape away. Stop pretending that your exhaustion is normal. Do something about it. It's not noble to stay stuck. It's not loyalty. It's not love. It's just fear that is running the show. And you, well, I have a belief that we humans, so you all watching and you all listening, we're meant for something so much more powerful than that. I believe it is time to cut the cord and you can reclaim your life. It's time to stop carrying the ring that was never yours. Every thought, every task, every feeling belongs essentially in one of two buckets, okay? There's bucket A, things I can control. And then there's bucket B, things I can't control. Bucket A, I can control. Bucket B, things I cannot control. And that's it. That's the two. So spending 2 hours crafting the perfect apology for someone who's already decided to be mad, bucket A or B? That's B. Now, practicing your talk, hiring a coach, making the damn phone call, that's bucket A. If it's in bucket B, drop it, burn it, release it. What does Mel Robbins say? Let them. If it's in bucket A, go all in. This is how you reclaim your power. This is how you feel pride in your own responsibility of your life, by getting relentlessly focused. This is where, if you don't listen to the rest of the song, Elsa from Frozen was right. It's time to let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. No, well, stop. I got it. You got it. Okay, we're going to do a short writing exercise. Grab a pen, paper, pull out a blank doc. Or if you're sitting there and you want to log it all up in the memory banks, just focus. Okay. You're going to write down 6 things. 6 things that are taking up space in your mind or life. Big or small, personal, professional, does not matter. Just get them out. 6 things that are taking up space in your mind or life. Don't overthink it. Just list them. Write them down. Six things that take up mind share. Real estate in your emotions. As you are writing them down, or if you are done, next to each one, label it. A, I can control this, or B, I cannot control this. Just take a look at your list now. So you're writing six things down that take up mind space, emotional, take up something in your life. First six things, just do it. And then next to each one, write A, if you can control it, or B, if you cannot control this. Now, everybody got something? Nods of heads. Those people on their runs with their dogs are like, yeah, I got it. Can't control where my dog poops, because if it's on the lawn and the neighbor's out, that's awkward. It's super awkward. Hopefully you've got poop bags with you. Okay, now circle one thing in bucket A, thing you can control. That has an A next to it. And write down your next action regarding that. So now you've got a list. You got A's and B's next to it. A's are things you can control. B's are things you cannot control on that list that you created. You now circled one that had an A next to it, things you can control, and you wrote an action step next to it. Yep. Okay, great. Now, let's all take a communal big deep breath in, because we're going to look at bucket B. With all the powers of Middle Earth I can muster from Gandalf the White, and all the midichlorian powers from the Force from Jedi Master Yoda, I give you permission to let the bees go. Just let it go. When you're done, type in the chat the items and actions from bucket A. What is the thing that's taking up space? And what's an action you're going to take on it? Own it. Own it. Be proud of it. If your nervous system starts fighting this, but what if I tried harder on B? Or maybe I could get them to change. That's just fear talking. That's the old identity trying to stay in control, but we don't grow by gripping tighter. We grow by releasing what was never ours to carry. So, little side story. My wife and I, Cassie and I, just got back from leading a retreat in Costa Rica last week, about 2 weeks ago. And the retreat was called Pura Vida. The premise was very simple. We said, what if life, in fact, at its core, was sublime? It was beautiful. It was ever fulfilling and content. And the only thing that makes this sublime nature of existence into anything else is the storm of thinking and resentments and blame, disappointments, missed expectations that we pile on top of that sublime nature of life. What if we, and this is what we practiced for the week we were down in Costa Rica, what if we quieted the storm and then just got to sail through life to experience, as long as our system, as long as our nervous system could allow it, just a deep, soulful contentment? What if we could quiet the storm in such a way that we could begin to build habits around that, and then expectations and beliefs and worldviews that guided our decision making, so that every day we felt that deep well of fulfillment and then carried that torch forward? That was what Pura Vida was a couple of weeks ago. And actually, a couple of people on this call went down to Costa Rica with us. Super fun time. And they got a sense of how to practice that. And the retreat went great. We had people ziplining over untouched, wild Costa Rican jungle while there was tropical storms going on around us. It was phenomenal. We rafted down rivers and saw crocodiles. Some people went surfing for the first time. And then the clients, they dug in, they cleaned out the junk, they faced their own internal storms with courage. And again, I'm going to go Lord of the Rings, guys. Here we go. Like Gandalf in the Mines of Moria against the Balrog said, "You shall not pass," right? And their storms abated. And for some amount of time, each person down there, I have no doubt, felt that sublime nature of life, and they tasted it. And I will speak for myself, reconnecting to that memory, that experience that was over 2 weeks ago now, but doing it on a regular basis still brings me back to that profound impression of what pura vida, which means pure life in Spanish, meant to us and meant to each individual at their own unique level. So I digressed. Okay, here's the kicker. Your brain doesn't necessarily want peace. You may say you do, but it's likely a lie. You know what your brain actually wants? What your brain wants is whatever drama or instability or resentment or chaos you currently feel. Why? Because that drama is familiar. That's predictable. That's addictive. It's the mental equivalent of junk food. It tastes good for a second, but leaves you feeling sick and sluggish. Right? You guys want proof? Who scrolls through their Reddit or Facebook threads for hours about people that you don't even know, living out situations that will never touch your life directly? You'll deep dive into comment wars about other people's divorces, childhood traumas, or politics or wars like it's a dissertation. Why? Because you're watching their dumpster fire, and that feels safer than lighting your own torch up. It's easier to spectate someone else's chaos than to face your own potential. Why? Because your potential, that requires courage. That requires stillness. That requires taking responsibility. But your brain, as evident by the fact that you came onto this masterclass, hates that. Think of any TV reality show, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, or Love is Blind, or Vanderpump Rules. What are you watching? You are watching grown adults getting drunk, throwing wine, fake laughing through betrayal. It's literally engineered to hook your attention by triggering your limbic system with petty drama you have zero control over, and yet you are hooked into it. It's just like your coworker's bad attitude or like your in-laws' opinions about you. You know what it's all about? It's just background noise. All of it's clutter. It's junk. It's the piling on of the storm on top of something that's beautiful. And what it's doing is it's hijacking your focus. It's hijacking your peace. It's taking away your future. Meanwhile, the things that could actually change your life, probably sitting in your untouched inbox. It's probably on the sticky note that you shoved in a drawer. In your heart, you're waiting for you to stop scrolling and start living. This is what I think it's about. Your attention is sacred. It is the most powerful resource that you have. Because as everyone's heard, where your attention goes, your energy flows, and your decisions follow, and your identity follows. And most of you are giving it away like a free Costco sample to circus clowns or to TikTok rants or to that imaginary conversation you've had 47 times in your head with someone who's not even thinking about you. It's just enough. Tell yourself enough. Whoa. It's time to stop renting out your focus. Start investing in your actual life. If you want clarity, guard your attention. If you want peace, stop feeding on drama. If you want purpose, turn off the damn circus and light your own torch. You have to make the decision. Because here's the truth. You only have so many fucks in a single day. And if you're like most people, you've been giving them out like it's coupons at a carnival. Every day, you may have 5. That's it. Maybe 5 units of fucks. Real focused, intentional energy. Not 500. Not an infinite. You got like 5. Why? Because your energy is a limited resources. Is a limited resource. Your nervous system, your brain, time, your focus, it all runs on a budget. And some of you are bankrupting your emotions mentally and spiritually because you're not auditing what you're paying attention to. So here's what we're going to do. You already have that piece of paper out, right? Yes, Lyndon and I do. Good, great. Title, next thing, my attention budget. Okay, then draw a line down the center so you have 2 columns. Left column, what actually deserves my attention. Now, I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, and I will put them in the chat. What actually matters to me long term? What aligns with my values? What builds my future? This is a good one, I think. What makes me proud of myself? And finally, what adds to my peace, growth, or purpose? Jot down the first 5 things that start to align all of those if you can. And if only one thing comes up, fine. 2 things, great. Start with where we are. What actually deserves my attention? First 5 things you can see that aligns most, if not all, of those questions. What actually matters to me long term? What aligns with my values? What builds my future? What makes me proud of myself? And what adds to my peace, my growth, or my purpose? What do you think? What do you think? Some of you may struggle with this, and this should be a fairly simple question. And if that's the case, first off, no wonder you're distracted and sailing through storm after storm. Fine. You don't have a North Star to guide you. This is a North Star for us, folks. Which then leads to number 2. Then email me, lyndona@productivelearning.com, and let's get some coaching set up so that you can have profound clarity around this. If we don't know where we're going, then we might as well get pulled by whatever storm, whatever chaos, whatever seduction, whatever addiction we have. Okay? You got to start somewhere. This is a powerful place to start. So again, what actually matters to me long term, what aligns with my vision, what builds my future, what makes me proud of myself, what adds to my peace, growth, and purpose. If you've got something, Throw it down in the chat or email me. You don't have to email me if you don't. You can email me if you don't. I'd love that. I'd love to support you. And if you got it, email me. I want to help. I want to build on this. Some examples of categories that you may be looking at: your health, maybe your business, maybe your kids, maybe a relationship that nurtures you or wanting to find a relationship that nurtures you, maybe some dream, maybe to build something in whatever sense of build means. But you only got 5. So choose with surgical precision. Okay, next part. Now, on the right, the column will be titled, Where I've Been Overspending My Attention. And here's where it gets juicy. This is your emotional audit. This is where you've got to ask yourself, where does my attention go that leaves me drained, resentful, or more chaotic? What do I obsess over that changes nothing? Who or what am I trying to fix or manage or impress or argue with when I know damn well it's not worth it? Just list them, as many as you can. I will tell you, every time I'm done looking at Instagram, I don't feel any better about my life's purpose, my values, my fulfillment. Whenever I don't bring up a hard conversation with Cassie and I just ruminate on it, what could I say? What could I say? What could I say? What could I say? So that she will think, she will do, she will act, she will behave, she will choose, doesn't get me anywhere. So what examples? You guys filling some out? Hopefully you're filling a bunch out. Hopefully this list is getting long so that you have big neon signs flashing now anytime you do any of these things in column B, where it says, this is where I am overspending my attention, where there is some little voice now, hopefully getting louder and louder, that says, this is that thing I was on with that Lyndon guy from Productive Learning, and I put this thing, I put this item, I put Instagram, or I put thinking about that, or I put not making that decision and not making that phone call. If you ever are doing any of those things, I want big flashing neon signs to wake you up to say, do I want to keep spending my attention and my time on this area that does not fulfill me? I want the awkwardness and the discomfort to get real loud and really uncomfortable, because you're not uncomfortable enough. You are comfortable in your discomfort, and that's when life is disgusting. Make it real fucking uncomfortable. Make it loud. Make it known. Move. Whatever will get you to move. Don't get comfortable in your discomfort. Please. Please. Now, the key here is specificity. So if you wrote work or husband or wife, that's not the acute truth. What part about work is the drain? Is it that you take on the workload of others because you believe that is the only way to get the job done? Or is it that you don't hold the other people accountable and instead swallow all your disappointment and power on? Or if it's your spouse, is the more acute truth that you aren't getting the kind of sex that you want in the relationship? Or is it because you feel weighed down by the lack of imbalance in the chores, but hopeless in how you make anything change? You see how it's not the general that's taking your attention. It's something specific. It's a scenario, it's a predicament, it's a place where you fall on that drama triangle and you cover one of those corners like it's a freaking capture the flag game. Nobody's getting on this rescuer side. This is mine. You got to get brutally honest, folks. No one's going to see that list unless you email me, lyndona@productivelearning.com, and we start to figure some of this shit out together. And I'd be stoked to do that with you. But if you want to change, you have to face where your energy is bleeding out. Okay, next step. Reallocate. Now, look at your two lists. Your job today is simple. Starve the right column. Feed the left column. I want you to actually do this. Draw a line through the crap that you are done funding. Look at yourself at what you're writing. Look at what you are drawing a line through. That is your unsubscribe. That is your cutoff notice. You are no longer the emotional ATM for dysfunction. Now, cross those out. See yourself doing that. Now, on the other hand, I want you to circle one thing on the left column. We're going to talk about this more later, but I want you to do something today that puts your energy towards that. Even if it's just a small move, send the email, make the phone call, go for the walk, write the first draft, say the hard truth, drink the damn cup of water. You are choosing to invest in what builds in your life, not what buries it. I want you to stop going broke over the bullshit. All the fucks that you have to give are precious. They are not infinite. They are not renewable. And they sure as hell are not for sale to people that don't respect you. This is how you change your life. One decision at a time. Over and over again. But it's one decision at a time. Okay? So you've taken now, I believe, you've taken a hard look at where your energy goes. Here's the truth. Awareness is nice, but it also means jack without action. You don't get to think your way into a better life. You have to act into it. With clarity comes movement, not more reflection or analysis or scrolling. So pick one thing today that lives in that left column and choose one way you will give your attention to that through action. You don't have to ask anyone for permission. You don't wait until it's comfortable. Don't wait for someone else to approve it. Just do it. That's how the world changes. That's how you change. You take an action. Write in the chat, shoot me an email. What is the action? What is the action you're going to take that is alignment with your column A? What is the action? For those of you that are thinking, oh, that's just a silly little action. Well, we've got to start somewhere, folks. There's a reason you got on this masterclass, how to stop giving a fuck about something that you shouldn't be giving a fuck about. Well, we need to give a fuck about something that makes sense, that brings us fulfillment. You've got to taste what the ambrosia of that is like. We need to give ourselves a North Star. And sometimes it is just willpower to start that momentum. It is a commitment. And if your mind is screaming, I've already done that, it's not going to work, fantastic. That shows you where the work is for you. That's where the work of some coaching or some workshops or something. But we've got to see what it is that you are up against. And how do we do that? You got to make a commitment. You got to make a move. There we go. Now people are writing some stuff. I applaud your bravery. Courage is one of my core values. And so when people step up and show courage, that is incredibly inspiring to me. Could be one micro action, one phone call, one boundary to hold, one bold ask, 1 hour blocked so that other people don't interrupt you. Okay? Now, second part of this, what is one thing that you're done giving a fuck about? Something that's draining you and deserves a funeral. It's likely over on that right-hand column. What are you done with? Are you going to make a commitment, or are you going to say, oh, I don't, this is masterclass. I don't know. I'm just going to keep running with my dog. I'm just going to go back to work, whatever. I mean, I get the concept, Lyndon. I get the concept. The concept's easy, folks. We call these workshops for a reason, because you got to do work. So what are you committed to giving a funeral to? What are you committed to stop putting your attention towards? What's the thing that says, this one, I'm done? Facebook scrolling. Yeah. Comparing myself. Love it. What else? Come on. There's a bunch of you out there. Come on, Wendy. Come on, Klein. Come on, Maria. Come on, Stephen, Lori, Jennifer, Wendy. What are you cutting off? If you're not cutting off anything, boy, that's a place to have a conversation. You got so inspired to get onto a masterclass about stop giving a fucks to the areas that you don't want to, that drain you, but you can't commit to stopping one of them. Ooh, that's a juicy conversation. I'm ready to have that one. Let's do it, guys. And what are you committed to today? Just today, one little thing, one micro step, or a huge one. You want to go big? You want to do big ones? I'm all about it. Let's hear it. I want to hear the big ones. Don't overthink it. Just claim it right there, right now, because that's the bottom line. You were not born to be a background character in other people's chaos. You were meant to lead your own life with clarity, with intensity, with intention. And it starts when you say it starts. If you want to if you want help going deeper, if you want to stop leaking this energy and starting to lead yourself, then there's 2 options for you right now. Beyond Reasons is a 2-day workshop in November that will have you realize the deeper unconscious assumptions that have your attention sucking you away from what really matters. Get yourself into that. Get your spouse into that, get your coworkers and boss into that, and figure out where your attention is being sucked away as opposed to you putting your attention towards your goal. A kick-ass 2-day workshop. Or you don't want to do a group workshop? Fine. And you want to start now? Fine. One-on-one coaching, where it is a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, amount of insights just about you in that one area. Either way, you got to email me. If you are listening to this, if you are watching this, email lyndona@productivelearning.com and let me know that where you are done giving away your fucks. And where are you going to start paying attention to? I want to know both of those. Where are you done? And what are you going to start paying attention to? I love you all more than you could ever understand. I appreciate your courage for showing up and saying, hey, I am a person that is giving fucks in places that I should not. And I applaud those of you that are making commitments right now. Take action. Good job, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody.